What's up guys, and welcome to my video. Now this video is all about trophies and achievements. More importantly, whether you should actually care about them. Now obviously trophies and achievements aren't anything new. They've been around since roughly 2006 when both of the new consoles came out, and people have varying opinions on them. Some people love them, some people hate them, and I guess the question is whether you should care about them or not. Now the arguments for trophies and achievements is quite simple, with the main purpose being that you can actually get more fun and more time out of your game than you could without them. And by doing tasks of various difficulty, you can actually get more out of your game. Take one of your favourite games of all time. For instance, for me, that's Dark Souls. There are a lot of aspects and things to do in the game, but of course none of them are clear whatsoever. But if I look at the achievement list through Games Windows Live, then there are loads of different stuff that I can be doing. I can set goals for myself, and I have got more out of my game because of it. But of course, when you unlock an achievement, you get gamer score. Now for some people, gamer score is bragging rights, and I really don't agree with that at all. It's just a number. Just because I've got 700 gamer score on one game doesn't make me better than you who's only got 600 gamer score. But obviously that's my opinion on the case. But the main reason that the trophies and achievements can be good is just because you can get more out of your favourite game. If there's a game, I don't know, like Captain America, I remember I played a couple of years ago, I did not care about the achievements in the slightest, because sure, it was alright, but I don't want to get more out of my game. Take an amazing game like Far Cry 3 for instance, both on Uplay, PlayStation 3 and of course Xbox 360, you can get way more out of that game just by doing some of the achievements. I will admit that I didn't go out of my way for some of them, but it's quite nice to go around on your free roam and capture all the outposts, and you just get that tiny something just for doing it. And it's nice to be able to spend more time with your game. But then of course you've got the flip side of the argument, and that is that they're a complete waste of time. A waste of the developer's time. Now, I'm not saying I agree with this at all, but the theory behind it is that someone has to put these trophies in the game, someone has to come up with these trophies, someone has to implement in the game, someone has to test that they're working properly. Now this is all time that the developer could spend doing something else. So instead of you getting a trophy for jumping off a cliff and backstabbing someone like there was in Halo 3, was it? Halo Reach, one of them. That time could have been spent making something out about the game better, and something that you might benefit more, because if you don't care about achievements, then effectively all that time that's been spent putting them in is a waste of time. But I would actually question how much time gets spent on these trophies and achievements. I wouldn't say it's that long. If I was going to come up with some trophies for a game, I imagine it would take a team of 4 or 5 people about an afternoon to come up with a list of trophies. Obviously it's going to take longer than that to implement it all, but it's not going to take a substantial amount of time. But I do actually question whether the time spent putting these trophies and achievements in the game would actually make any difference to the finished product if there weren't achievements. So if there weren't any achievements in Dark Souls, would Dark Souls be a better game because it's had more time spent on it? To be honest, I doubt it. A lot of the stuff gets fixed after the games come out anyway, and I really think that we're better off with the trophies and achievements than we would be with the time spent on the game. So I think the point I'm trying to make is that they don't cause you any harm if you don't like them. They definitely add something to the game, and that's the point. They're just a little small something for you to do. For example, Assassin's Creed 3, if you want to go and synchronise all the points, you get an achievement for doing that. Just stuff that is a little bit fun, not necessarily worth doing otherwise. I'd like collecting the collectibles. To be honest, I don't do that anyway, but a few games like Infamous 2 was one of my favourite games on the PlayStation 3. I went and collected all the shards that you could get on the game, all the collectibles, so I could get that platinum trophy just because I really appreciated that game, thought it was fantastic, and I wanted to get the most out of it. And I can say that having completed both endings and got all the collectibles, got 100% and got the platinum trophy, I can say that I've got the most out of that game. And if those trophies and achievements weren't there, I don't think I would have got as much out of it. There are other games, of course, like Heavy Rain, where there are so many different endings. The only way you know if you've seen them all is if you get the achievement and trophy for seeing all the endings. So there are many different considerations, but I really don't think that we'd be better off without them. I know some people think that, but of course this is only my opinion. What do you guys think? Do you love them? Do you hate them? Tell me what you think. Leave all your comments below. I always read all of them, and I'm really interested to know what you think. I remember last year I attended the Eurogamer Expo, and the Tomb Raider developers were having a Q&A session, and I was asking serious questions. They decided to ask a young sort of 16-year-old what he wanted from the game and what he thought about the game and what he would like from the game. And the question he asks in a very serious developer talk, and I think I'll leave you the YouTube link, I think it is actually somewhere, I'll leave the link in the description below. He asked whether there'd be trophies and achievements in the new game. So yeah, we'd have all these questions about the connotation of rape and all the serious stuff, and he wanted to know whether there were trophies and achievements in the game. So don't be one of those guys, please don't be one of those guys. So thank you for watching this video. One last thing I will say before I go is to download CC Cleaner. I've downloaded it before, but I did have a version that wasn't quite compatible with Windows 8, and so I haven't done it in a while. And I did it yesterday, and off my SSD, 16.5 gigabytes was removed from the system temp files. 16 gigabytes off an SSD, so yeah, about 15%. So go and download CC Cleaner and or whatever you want to use and empty your system temp file, because if you don't, you could be sitting on a lot of free space that's being taken up. Thank you for watching this video. Please, please, please don't forget to leave your comments below. I'm really interested to hear what you think. So I will see you next time.